Do you want to get really focused on your business? Do you want your business to succeed in many ways that you wouldn't have imagined? Do you want to have the control over your business without showing that you're a control freak? So if you want to be all of that, you actually have to follow and pursue the laws of business itself. You have to understand what is the main motive of your business and then go about with it. If you believe in yourself, these laws of business are going to guide you, because I will be telling you all those laws of business that can actually help you sustain in the market and also bring your business to the next level in this video. I'm Varsha Renkumar. Welcome to the Freedom Business English channel. Do not forget to subscribe and download our Freedom app. What is laws of business and why do we need it? Laws of business are very essential when you start a business, because there are certain set of rules and regulations that you have when it comes to your business. But there is a certain set of law that you have to follow as an entrepreneur, and then understand that these are the most important key points. Probably these might be one of the few things that you would have thought that, okay fine, this is what I've always heard, or okay fine, this is what every day we listen. But ask yourself that, are you implementing these? Because somewhere you not implementing these might actually lead you to the failure of the business. You never know how that might actually happen, but it would have actually affected your business some or the other way. So make sure that you continue watching this video, because in this video I'll be telling you laws of business that you have to focus and also make sure you follow it. First one is, get rid of limited beliefs. I'm very sure you're a person who believes that your business can do wonders. If you're a person who believes that, stop limiting and putting barriers to your business, because there are so many things that you can achieve as an entrepreneur. If you were capable of building the entire business from the scratch, you are even capable of thinking beyond your expertise. There is something called as understanding the business and thinking that many other ways that you can take this business in. Do not stick on to just one way of business module. Always think out of the box, because your business has got way more limitations than you're already pursuing in. So do not limit your thoughts, do not limit your business and drag your business down with you. So there are so many people depending on that business. So if you think that you are capable of taking the entire structure in another way, think of many more ways. Probably try studying, researching more about the particular passion that you have, because I'm very sure education has no end, studies have no end. Every day you can study new things and every day you can have a better way of research. Next one is, focus on the change that happens. Powerful people actually happen to think that whatever comes in their way, such as obstacle or difficulties, can be easily cracked and solved, because they are on the point of never giving up. But people who are powerless actually think that, how can I get out of this situation easy and quick? And they might even hit a U-turn in this way. So think that if you're powerful or if you're powerless. So let me tell you this, focus on the change, because sometimes change is something that is really difficult for a human being to get adapted to. You have to understand that change happens in every part of your life. You have to change as an individual, or probably you have to change your habits, or probably your way of communication. There are so many changes that you need in a day-to-day life. You will have to change according to the business. You will have to change according to the time, according to the situation. So if you think that you are capable of adapting to the change no matter what, then you have to focus and be determined to achieve that goal at the end. Because if you don't easily focus on the change and then adapt to it quick, that might actually cause you a problem. So remember that this is the most important law of business, that you have to adapt to the change and focus on the change, because change is one of the most important thing that keeps happening time to time. Next one is, stop talking and start working. We always see people stand in our cabins and start talking that we are going to do this and we are going to do that. But are you actually following that? Are you putting your words into action? Make sure that whatever you're trying to convey or whatever you're trying to talk is one of the most important things, because you have to achieve the greatest of greatest. And as a company, you have to drive in. You sit in the driver's seat as an entrepreneur, and passengers come along with you who are your employees, because they have to see the way you drive and they have to understand what is the basic needs that you need in a business for them to follow the instructions. So remember that talking will not give you answers. Make sure that you're putting those into actions and making sure that everyone who is listening to that also works with the same actions. Do not forget that this is the most important task, because even you have to take the input of every employee and take in consideration. That is when you are going to be a great entrepreneur. Remember that no matter what, you can be a person who talks amazing, brilliant. You should even have the ability to put them into action, because you cannot be a motivational speaker and an entrepreneur. You have to be a motivational speaker, his or her work in action itself. You can only pursue your entire business goal by putting them into action rather than just giving a huge speech or a talk. Next one is, most important thing for a business is please use logic. Use logic is one of the most important things, because without logic, without the present way the world runs and understanding the entire business itself, you cannot run a business. Logic is actually like the hidden key that you find for the most difficult lock. Because if you find the logic and understand the easiest way to unlock the entire difficult situation, then you win this game. Remember that logics are the most important thing. Are you ready to make smarter moves? Everyone can make smart moves, but are you ready to make clever moves? So if you are clever enough to do this, you are there already on the way of using perfect logics. So I'm not telling that your business is going to work with great strength if you just use logics, but I'm telling you, they are going to act like the wheels of your entire business, because logic is something that only clever people can determine. When you have the entire structure and when you have the entire way of running the business, this logic pushes you 100 miles away, because logics are one of the most important thing, and there is no point of having a business which doesn't run with logic. So understand the purpose of business. That is where you get to think more and more tricks towards logic itself. Next one is stop complaining and start pursuing. Every entrepreneur has to stop whining about their complaints, stop playing the blame game, stop pushing all your entire blame into others and then determining what is actually right and what is actually wrong. Stop telling that he or she is just doing wrong, rather try to build that bridge, rather try to hold back the entire situation and then understand that entire business line that you're holding is actually important for you as much as it's for them. You have to actually make them understand that we have that compromising skills and then start teaching them, guiding them towards the bright light of what you see as a business entrepreneur. Because if you help them pursue, they are going to pursue with you. And as a business owner, you have to pursue your goals more rather than complaining that it's not being achieved. As and when you happen to encounter a difficult situation, we see most of the entrepreneurs start complaining that this and this is going wrong, this is not happening in the right way, and this is somewhere which is already on hold and nothing is happening in the business. Stop complaining. Move on. Get onto the board, immediately go to your employees, talk to them, get the business running immediately. Because once you start complaining, you're already wasting time. You have to make sure that you have to stop complaining and start pursuing. Think about the next step immediately. Probably you can just tell them the mistakes are made in such a way, but telling them over and over that this is what is holding us back will just lead on more waste of time rather than pushing us to determine what we want. Next law that you have to understand as an entrepreneur is that not everyone should like you. Let me tell you this, you are an entrepreneur. Not every person is good. You should understand as an entrepreneur, you should stop expecting everyone to like you. You have to understand that you can't be good in all the situations. You have to actually play the bad person just because you have to get your work done. Let me tell you this doesn't mean that you have to always portray the wrong side of you. Just make sure even if you're portraying that wrong side and being a little rude to you actually has more weightage, because your employees are supposed to feel that, oh my God, if I have done this mistake and if my boss has come and told me this, I have definitely done a mistake. Make sure your words have so much weightage that they feel that probably the mistake that they've done is actually wrong, rather than them feeling that whatever I'm doing is almost blame. So let me not try at all. So this is one of the bad signs that can actually get you more and more people to not like you. No matter what, people have to understand that they have to like you for a purpose, and you have to stop expecting everyone to like you and focus on what is the most important thing, who are the most important ones working towards the business, and what is the main goal of the business and why you're there as an entrepreneur. Because the weightage of the work you do can speak up for most of them who are planning of giving up on their job, because they can realize that if my CEO or if my boss is hardworking so much, so should we. This also goes on to the next law, which is called as protect your reputation. No matter what, you have to speak up for yourself, and the reputation that you have built over this time can actually speak. You can remain silent and your reputation will speak for you. But if you fail to hold that reputation, no matter what height you're in, people are still gonna look at you in one way that is not good. People might stop believing in you, and people might not contribute the way they used to in the previous time. So understand that holding the reputation over time and as an entrepreneur is the most important things. Show them that you have been doing this over and over as an entrepreneur and done and come up so far that even the employees who are working for you will understand that if my boss has struggled so much, so should we. They have to feel important that they are working for the most elite person, and that is what holds your employees and company all together. As I keep talking about the 4 pillars of the company, one is the company itself, second is the bonding with the employees, third thing is the person driving the entire business, fourth is the revenue and profit that is generated by everyone working together. If these 4 pillars are really strong, you can determine that your reputation is the most important thing. As the foundation for the building collapses, the entire building falls. The reputation is your foundation for your entire building. So as a person, as a character, reputation is equally important as much as company is. Make sure that you protect your reputation, because that is the silent words of your hard work itself. So if you found all these laws very valuable and you should implement it too, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. And also, each of these laws have their own importance. Make sure these come in handy one or the other time, and think that how many laws are you following yourself. As I said, do not also forget to download our Freedom app, because it's got more than 800 courses that can actually teach you about personal finance, business and marketing and organic farming. Live mentors are going to come there and tell the way that they started their business and give you more and more information about the livelihood itself. Thank you so much. Get wise and break free.